once he gets that opportunity to hit that fault line, now they're just going to go and push this one right in. Shinobi's going to be waiting in the wings in the backside, does manage to get a kill, but there's that flash. They have the response, but the cross is good, and that's going to be Vice, who manages to pick up 2 kills there. Some weakened members as well for GenG. GMD was basically, or I should say GND is going to be in a bad spot over in the back, and that is basically going to do it. Wrapped up. Very slow round, but they're going to wait for the prime opportunity. There goes one smoke. It's going to go out, and ℃𝐷𝐿 is looking quite nice here, potentially for GenG. They got the flash off. The initiation's good. ℓ𝐷𝐿 is able to get the kill, but on the rotation is going to be 𝐻𝐿 with the judge, so they know exactly where he's going to be located. And Shinobi manages to cut one down, getting a second with that Bulldog too. And while this play was looking like it could have worked out quite well with the first frag coming in for ℓ𝐷𝐿, ultimately they'll need to get either a flash out. Oh, yeah. Actually, ℃𝐷𝐿 at the worst possible time and is now going to be tucked in the back of the base. That was just bad timing through and through. Now they're going to take this B side cleanly. Spike finally going to go down. And this is a different situation here for GenG. They go on the rotation. They are waiting in the wings for that Phoenix. So this is going to be a big one. Oh, I actually quite like that play. Playing the orbital strike, forcing him out of positions. Also going to deal a little bit of damage to Huynh. Right in the action, does manage to get 2. Now you got one player's going to be tucked away inside of CT, and he's going to be basically dead to rights there. And they've managed to take this one with authority. GMD's on the flank. ℃𝐻 is none the wiser to this one. A clean headshot right to his face. This is going to cost him dearly. And the last player left alive is going to be ℂ𝐿𝐼. And this has been Huynh's round. He flew right in and did the thing that Jet needs to do. But he disengages. Oh, if he stayed there just a second longer, he probably would have been able to get the pick. And now that's going to give Huynh free reign, gets the kill on Heaven. You know, ℃𝐻 has to be kicking himself for that one, and he's waiting for anyone to be coming through the transition there onto the ramp. Meanwhile, Michael's actually, he sees one player, sends that paranoia to send him out, and then he's going to TP out of there into the backfield. Gives him so much information as to where ℃𝐻 is going to be located. Now he's going to get onto the site. No connection with that fault line. Misses the shot in a rare occurrence there for ℃𝐻, but he's still going to be alive, which will be a problem here for GenG to deal with. A 2v4, as a matter of fact. Lear's played out. ℃𝐻 does know where one player is going to be located, but he has to just bail back out of this one. Play around this paranoia. Huynh manages to land that shot there, and it was just a great round for GenG. With the way, actually, no, he may not connect with Vice. Vice could be in a good spot because it comes out in a cone. Yeah, he actually does not end up connecting with that. Does land onto Mitch, though, so Mitch is going to be slowed down. Flash 2, but because Vice didn't get hit with that, he gets 3 out of that push, and that was just beautifully done. I mean, just the wherewithal to be tucked away in that corner and to not get tagged with that. He gets hit with that Rolling Thunder, and that round changes completely.
Yeah, this is a really big problem. ℓ𝐷𝐿 will try to stay alive for as long as he can with the operator, see if he can do some more damage. They do want to get it out of his hands, but you also don't want to give up too many kills and make it too easy for ℓ𝐷𝐿 to just get all of these kills. And as you mentioned before, Sages are always looking for ways to build their ultimate, and he would be able to do so with getting extra kills, but does get taken down by ℂ𝐿𝐼.
He keeps dancing with that idea. Meanwhile, on the B side, Vice is going to have to deal with a lot of players here. Paranoia is going to come out. No kills exchanged quite yet, but Vice does manage to pick up a kill there against 𝐸𝐼. And off screen, ℃𝐻 did get that shot against GMD that paid off for him big time. Now, though, it will be GenG tucked away in the back. They have Spike. They're going to play it over at the default now. And with Huynh alive still, that will be a problem here for C9 to deal with.
Yeah, this operator at the back of the side can be problematic. Oh, great orbital strike coming down, forcing them to split up there. The run it back is going to get burned. So ult for ult slows things down. There comes the rocket. Oh, great shot from Huynh. Catching Mitch, able to dodge, able to dash out of harm's way. And now that leaves ℂ𝐿𝐼 in a horrible crossfire. He has the wall, though, to break up the crossfire. Try to find 1v1s. In goes the flash. Manages to nail player 1. And this is going to be tough now. 1 versus 1. Here comes Huynh around the side. Will ℂ𝐿𝐼 play the guessing game correctly? There it is. The shorty from Huynh finishes things off. What a great round from him. GenG pick up a much-needed round. But obviously they have a plan B if that's not the case. And ℂ𝐿𝐼 is at the top of a ramp, so there could be problems here. And there it goes. The dash up drop. That wall again to create very dangerous peaks. Ooh. It's very hard for C9 to defend this. They'll try to hold on. And ℂ𝐿𝐼 still has a ramp control with ℃𝐻.
Yeah, with the fire rate being increased there, it'll be quite challenging to try and win that fight. One thing that I'm not noticing that they're doing, when they played the fault line breach before, what they were doing was they were allowing that fault line to try and push players back, but ℸ𝐸𝐿 manages to get 2 there. Oh no, he's going to go right into the hands of ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾, who saw him, but player one traded that one out.
Commit into the A site, and you can play off the enemy's rotations after that. But look at this, they just want more, but ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾 with the Spectre of all guns, able to find a mid-range spray down on 2, and that's going to make GenG pause for thought.
Yeah, and this is going to be a problem here. ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾, though, he did the job. He managed to get 2 kills out of that one. Although A site is going to be available for them, they can take this spike and place it. That was very well done. So have some bodies left to hold this one off now as members of GenG start to fall. 𝐷ICE has been on fire this game. Going to cut him off. So 2 players are effectively going to be cut off here. One's going to have to just opt to go over toward Heaven. Huynh is going to be waiting out by the flank here. They have no idea that Huyhn's here. Huynh can actually get himself 2 kills out of this one. Does manage to pick off 1. Player 1 will have his buddies back. They'll get that next kill. And now in a 2v2 now, as ☆Vice, who's just been on fire this game, oh man, does not get that kill, even though he had him on that first shot. Now it's going to be up to ₁𝐷𝐿, the IGL here. 4C9, they heard him drop down, but he doesn't have a lot of time to work around with here. Big kill, though. Perhaps this could be the opportunity he was looking for. Dark cover, going to try and see if he can stick this one. Oh no! Oh no, but it does not actually populate where he wants the dark cover to be. That is unfortunate. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the response paranoia. He also gets paranoia in turn, so no one can see anything right now. But they do manage to get onto the site here. GMD, clean shot, headshot onto ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾. As 𝐬𝐿's trying to deal with a lot of activity. Unfortunately for him, though, he's going to get overwhelmed on B site, and they will have clear leeway to just plant this spike, win this round, get themselves within 1 here. But the double paranoia, just to try and like hold them back, it was a valiant attempt, but they just didn't have the numbers on the site to deal with the aggression from Cloud9.
Yeah, that boombot really made all the difference. It's so strong in pistol rounds.
Well, I'll actually leave only the Brimstone here on site now, and Mitch actually just going to go and send it with those 2 satchels, just looking to get on top of this. And I like that play only because it's now going to alert them, and it's going to make them have to rotate this one and play a little cautiously. The problem is that player 1 is all the way back on A site, and there's no real way for them to try and deal with player 1 here.
Yeah, this is really difficult. 𝐬𝐿 there in Heaven. That's a great paranoia that actually catches 2 players, slows them down before they can get through the choke, which allows them to drop the slow orb there as well. So right now, this push is being stopped. GenG holding their ground, using the utility there to create advantages, and there's really not too much that it seems that can be done. But as I say, that ₁𝐷𝐿 finds himself a double with the Bulldog, but it is short-lived.
Both slows are now at play. Oh boy, this is problematic here. Oh, but wait a minute though. ∞/0 gets pulled away for just a moment. He's in this corner. He's in no man's land by himself. He gets 1 kill. It's probably going to get traded out right away, but he does not go for the shot. Looks for 1, does manage to get it, and he's going to dismiss out of there. Oh, he doesn't manage to get out of there in time though. But just staying alive and letting them push out to get those 2 kills does, in fact, shape up the round just a little bit to help his buddies out here. Mitch is going to be all the way on the opposite side on CT. Does manage to get that kill.
And that will secure the B side control, and Mitch can just try to hold on to spawn. Doesn't know if there's players B Heaven though. ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾 has no info of anything either, so he's going to have to try to make the cross, and he's just, well, he manages to make his way across safely. Spots that there is no one Heaven just yet. But going for the 2v2, it's going to be difficult, but the molly is there, some smokes for between Jet and Brim here, so lots of options to cut off vision to make life particularly difficult and to try to create 2v1 scenarios. That's what GenG are looking for with that retake utility. And also win there. Very nice angle, looking to see if there's going to be any spots, and there it is, actually hits the headshot onto ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾. He's very weak, and there it is, the utility to try to allow them to cross. Mitch knows he has to press forwards, the spray transfer's not quite there in time, and Huynh will close it down in the clutch. There is a tendency here for GenG to get aggressive in mid, and ℂ𝕃𝐻𝐾 comes out.
Oh no!
Oh, Huynh, I think he must have felt like he was pressing right there, but he's pressing forwards when he hit that dash key. That is a problem, but Effy's in the smoke! What was that second kill? Finds ∞/0 with a stray bullet, and there's that breach ult, but 𝐬𝐿's able to hold the ground in time, and so lots of things expended here, lots of ults expended, but nothing really gained except this plant. It's 2 versus 3. It's going to be tough to hold on to this.
Let's see here. No paranoia. They do have the aftershock to force out of position here. Mitch will just have to drift aside for a moment. That fault line actually does manage to connect, forcing him to go back inside of the default, and ₁𝐷𝐿 inside of dark cover here. This actually could be huge. This actually doesn't connect though. GMD gets both kills, and GenG.
The main here as well. for GenG, so they have a good read, I think, as to what's happening in the early rounds. There goes
Quite
that
confident that is going to give him the freedom to be able to push up. Player one does manage to pick up one kill. GMD from on top of a ramps does a lot of damage here to C9. And now they basically just don't have a lot of room to work with. And ●𝐿's got this flank covered here. Backs out at the worst moment, but I think it'll be okay. They have to be aware that someone could be pushing through mid, given that the wall's going to be gone. Now ●𝐿 does back up here.
Fine, and you can see ●𝐻𝑖nobi's going to be forced to make the plant behind this box. Could actually just get sprayed here because Huynh knows exactly where he is, so very easy to handle. And
C9 now just looking to get any kind of opening. Their buy is going to be a little bit scattered all over the place. GMD takes out ●𝑠. That's a big win condition for them.
Yeah, just hasn't really had many spots to succeed, and you know he's just walking up, contacting by himself, and that didn't go very well. We'll see the explosion here from Vice, able to take control of the Heaven position on the A site, and there is the ult as a response from ●𝑗nobi to get that plant. And this is going to be a tough retake for GenG. They don't have any position. They don't have. All they have is spawns. So this is going to be really difficult. And already there's a flank with the Raze, so if they get slowed down any more coming through this spawn position as they go to Heaven, I don't know that they have many chances here. Vice gets a kill, drops off, creating more problems, delaying ever further. And there it is, Mitch on that flank. And indeed, it should be a free one, or maybe a free two.
Yeah, he gets the information. I think he wanted to go maybe inside of Heaven to see if he could take out the player that was going to be tucked away inside of that. But at this point, though, they're going to be in a rough position. Walls out, too. Actually, pretty clever to try and prevent them from getting out of this cleanly. Oh, that's two. That does hurt the economy a tad. So that is quite nice for C9, I think, or excuse me, for GenG. Pretty miraculous plays here. ●𝐿 with his paranoia, he dies, he ends up falling. B-site's going to be available, but there's the Rolling Thunder, does manage to connect with two, and as GMD descends from Heaven, he ends up dying right away. ●𝑠 gets 3 kills out of this, and this is exactly what we want to see happen here. As those slow orbs are out, they need to get that spike, bring it back in. 2 players left alive here for GenG, as ●𝑠 is going to be watching the flank on the defender side. It's going to be a weakened player one who has to try and take this one. Does he have any utility is the question. And then Huynh, with an op outside of this, going over toward Heaven. Now, though, the Vice will encounter Huynh if he continues to commit to this. They don't have anything to block vision, but they do have a molly. Don't really see how they're going to be able to incorporate that here. It's going to boil down to Huynh being the problem child inside of Heaven. He's waiting for that opportunity to try and pull the trigger on this one, player one. And there it is. There's the first kill. Now Huynh can actually go and push this one forward. He's got the angle. He's got the cross here. He's got the cross. He's got the shot. Oh, he's going to sink it. Oh, Huynh! What a play to win the game.
So we'll get a contact straight into the A site here. Vice will be the first man forwards without Cypher able to jump past the fault line and make their way into the site. So it's going to be a retake, and that's okay. Retaking the site is not too bad. And oh, look how the cages went. Oh, it's beautiful there. Gets caught by the trip. That's so fantastic from ●𝐿. Oh my God, it is raining GenG players there. Just diving for the rafters and just owning it. This is very difficult right now for Cloud9. They cannot gain the ground back onto the site. They've lost a spike there.
Yeah, they lost spike. They have no presence on site now. They're basically going to be tucked away inside of this archway. And that was because GenG simply just allowed them to be able to go onto the site.
Oh man, that's so beautiful to see. There's still an opportunity here to make something happen as they try desperately, but there's just too much utility in the way. But yeah, that's so awesome to see that cage. That is something now that Cloud9 have to watch out for. They have to watch out for the possibility that the Cypher could be playing behind that box.
Ooh.
●𝑠 getting some kills.
You don't need to feed the beast. You don't got to feed the beast.
Get that money.
Some interesting things here in spec, but keep track of this one. In the typical position here for the Sova with an Ares round 2. But unfortunately, not typical is going to be the ●𝑠 does manage to pick up the kill there as Huynh with a marksman inside of this one will... Oh man, that was actually going to be really difficult for him to try and stay alive out of that one. Now it's going to come down to player one here to hold this one down, as ●𝑠 is going to be in his ult state here, which will elevate that rate of fire. And for the Bulldog, it will be that much more difficult for him to deal with. Bulldog's going to be a strong weapon, and in a round 2 like that... But despite that, having that knowledge, Huynh is still going to find the mark on Mitch. But on attack, the options, you can clear a lot with Nanoswarm, but that's really it. Now, though, as they push up through mid, they end up getting stuffed there by ℓ𝐸𝐻, and this is just essentially a round for GenG, a clean round for GenG. They won't more than likely give up anyone here. I think C9 knows that this will be quite challenging for them to have to deal with.
Also has a paranoia to work with as well, if necessary. They're going to hold on to this position as much as they can, but the spray from ●𝑧 is very problematic. The paranoia comes through player one, just barely able to spot ●𝑧. He was close enough, and there is a window, there's an opening, there's a chance here now for C9 on this A-bomb site.
Yeah, and even though he was paranoid, he was so close to him that was the reason why he was able to benefit from getting that kill, despite the best efforts there. But they do manage to get the trade. That is an important kill for them, keeping Cloud9 very much in this game.
This site, and look at the rotation coming through now. 40 seconds, plenty of time, but they may be fed straight through to ℓ𝐸𝐻, who's there with the operator. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. He stays alive, gets a kill, and gets out.
He gets out of that, and he's still going to be an issue for them that they have to deal with. So this fast play that they wanted to take here with the 40 seconds that they had, that clock is going to be dwindling. GMD also has a great angle here, too. And they're hearing all the footsteps coming out now. GMD is going to wait for the prime moment to just push this from the back of Red Room. ℓ𝐸𝐻's tucked away in the back. ●𝑧 does manage to pick up a kill, though, but there's the Odin spray through. GMD finally makes that play happen as he sends it right inside of mid-market. Spike has to go down. They don't have a lot of time to be able to make this play happen, and they get onto that one at the nick of time. I mean, that was just as close as it could possibly get. Only 2 seconds remaining before they would have that time to plan it out. Now, the retake here is Huynh has Blaze out. It's a desperate round here, but this is looking good now for GenG as Huynh holds that angle, and that is going to do it. Well, maybe he'll get what he wants. Oh, ℓ𝐸𝐻 does deal a sizable amount of damage. Shinobi gets a tag, I want to say, but it's still Huynh holding this angle. That's 2 kills for Huynh. He's going to tailwind out of this one. The Cloudburst does not pop in time. But he's okay, though. He did the job. He got 2 kills for his effort. That is a mission accomplished there. If you're the Opera, you're feeling quite good about that. Now Vice, though, this has been his series thus far. It does stay alive from that engagement, only with 11 HP. It's going to be the 2 Sentinels left alive to try and win this one alongside the Sova, who has Spike. And that is one of the great uses of 𝐬𝐤𝐲𝐬's ult. She can force people back, give them time to get onto the site, and freely plant it with no one the wiser. But now it's a post-plant.
Yeah, there's a huge problem because there is a breach ultimate available. The Rolling Thunder can go through the entire site, which could eliminate every single player. So that's a very big problem right now that they're going to have to contend with. I don't know how they'll do it.
Beautiful.
This is going from bad to worse here for C9 as they try to hold on to this site, but they have, of course, lost the breach, so it does give them more opportunities. ℓ𝐸𝐻, though, with that Odin is quite an intimidating presence. Tapping the bomb there is 𝐬𝐭𝐜, trying to make life more difficult. 1 player left in that held position. Shinobi gets it, 16 HP. Next bullet wins for 𝐬𝐭𝐜, and he will make it happen. Just enough time to get the spike defused as well. Or they can smoke it and force Huynh off. Oh, what a flick. That is clean as you like. Straight onto ●𝑧.
Gorgeous shot. Does manage to succeed in that. Drone is played out. 𝐬𝐭𝐜 had to just rip away for a moment. The crosshair was not going to be able to stay onto that doorway, and thus Relics will profit off of that. Player 1, though, inside of Hell, gets the paranoia off, though. He has to stay alive. He does not, but he does pull some attention and delays things for a moment. Now Spike is going to go down. But much to the chagrin there of GenG, they're going to know exactly where they're located, thus making it difficult with an Odin and an Op to break through this.
Yeah, ℓ𝐸𝐻 wants to find a good spot for the recon arrow, but doesn't want it just to get immediately destroyed. So it's a pretty difficult spot. Doesn't want to waste it. Is edging his way forwards. There goes the recon dart of the opposing Sova, and ℓ𝐸𝐻 now going through that. And there it is. Is he going to catch anybody? Oh, if he can find a kill with this Odin, there might be a chance.
He gets it.
And he gets the one onto Vice, but he's now alone. ℓ𝐸𝐻 against the world as he may be forced back here. The Odin is expensive, 3,200 credits, and he will be making his way back and will be saving that Odin.
And they know where the Rolling Thunder is going to be located. So they use Rolling Thunder, but Shinobi gets the kill with Hunter's Fury. Rolling Thunder gets no value there, as that was actually not going to be the play. The play was going to be located here on the B side. ℓ𝐸𝐻, though, went right into the back. He was by himself. He tried to hold this thing off, but instead it is C9 that gets onto the site. They get that Rolling Thunder out of the hands of GMD. You are very satisfied if you're a Cloud9 fan right now.
Yeah, it's got to be so frustrating for GMD, the fact that he constantly is he got picked through the smoke one round with the ult. In that round, obviously, he gets tagged by the Hunter's Fury. There wasn't anything he could do.
For ℎ𝐿𝐴𝐻. Now, though, as C9 go up 6-4 here, look for a little aggression. And, oh, okay, a TP inside of this. Okay, yeah. He TP'd on top. He had the dark cover, and he gets on top of that coverage here. They have no idea where he is. Now they're going to know. They have two players, essentially, one dead and one still alive on mid, and another one playing the support game too. But also, while that's going on, C9 players, they were going to be scattered about in mid, losing some bodies in the process. Vice, though, again, has just been ice cold this whole series.
Yeah, the Cypher battle on the A side. That's really, really awesome. Once you see all that mid presence again, you know that there can't be many players on the extremities, so that's an opportunity to get some lurk value, and we see that it happens exactly here. Now, the GMD is alive to play a late round, but his Rolling Thunder has been expended, and so he's unable to use that.
Depends what he has. Maybe he has Fault Line available.
Be hard to find their way back in, especially with this flank coming through. 𝐤𝐿𝐴𝐻, oh, this could just seal the deal. And he's lining it up, and there's nothing to be done there. GMD and 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻 going down. Just player one left. 1 versus 2. The opposing Cypher is very low, Vice, but this is not looking likely here for player one. He can't get forwards through these choke points. So mid is for free.
And Vice is still lurking at A, so he continues to cause a problem. Are they still here? Are they still committing? Are they not? And Vice, with that shutdown of the door, might be enough to give them cause for the pause here as Shinobi wraps around tree. Some more kills coming in. Vice now, neural theft. They'll know where player one is located, and they're going to swing this. He's by himself, and they managed to profit with that kill, but they got to get the spike over there, and I think they will just be able to get the spike down right at the nick of time. Now it's up to GMD. He could play spoiler here. Spike will go down. 2v2. But Emperor State currently here for ∞/. Rate of fire increase. We'll also get that overheal out of the gate. GMD is going to be rather weak, but GMD wins the fight. Now it's going to be up to Relics. 1v1, and he wins it. Oh, wow. Holding this down for Cloud9. Because of the way that they're playing this out now, they're just going to fast send this, but they have to be careful not to connect with anyone here on the Paranoia. Paranoia does not lock onto a target, does not do any damage. Or not damage, but doesn't block any of the vision here. 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻 is going to be playing backside alongside with... Oh boy, this is actually going to be quite deadly here. And I stand correct, I was going to say 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻, but it was Vice who was hanging out on the back. 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻, though, will get the better of his Cypher rival. Spike goes down. The retake comes through here. You got ∞ still alive alongside with Mitch. Two players who certainly would want to stay alive in this situation. He will normally nail those shots, ∞, but as he creeps around the corner, he's going to get hit for a decent amount of damage, just forcing him to have to drop back. But in the pistol round, you can just play inside of the site like this. The guns are weaker, you play the cross, and the advantages.
And with that turret, actually, they're able to face, and now there it is. ∞ able to heal himself up. Mitch, what on earth was that? A quick trio of kills from Mitch with the Ares.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to use the... Oh, well, actually, they're going to go for the Paranoia instead. So the Paranoia is out, and it's going to make them force back here. Vice did find one, but he dropped the Cyber Cage at that time. That was just the timing. He was looking at him. He had no idea that he was looking at him, but hey, it all worked out in the end. Now he'll have the coverage from inside of this. He sends it through. Vice does manage to get back. All these players are still going to be committed to this one. Relics is going to be the one to die to that one. Not the guy that was pushed so far up he could sniff the other team. No.
Which could be problematic when you have to force your way quickly through these choke points and the recon arrow, and you're unable to stop it revealing your position, and this Ares is out. That can be dangerous, and now the rotation begins here for Cloud9 as they try to get themselves... Oh, hang on. Hold that fort. Shinobi's in the Cloudburst. Oh, no! The Ares from the back, and he's causing all kinds of problems here. Shinobi, and the blind comes onto 𝐿𝐴𝐻, but somehow he stays alive. Somehow the bomb's going to go down here.
I mean, that could have gone sour very, very quickly, but they have no position to be able to take this. It is going to be a 2v2, though. 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻's going to go all the way back in the boat. ℎ𝐿𝐴𝐻 does die. It's going to be down now to 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐻. Can he clutch it? No, instead, ∞s. 2 headshots clean. Oh, they're going to be tucked away outside. Relics has no idea. There goes the recon. Alex needs to be careful to get caught in the middle of this. He does manage to dodge it for a moment. The Rolling Thunder is going to be in play as well. ◵𝐿, though, in the scuffle does manage to get a kill. And in fact, it's going to be GenG who managed to profit off of a few kills here. Looking really good right now for them, as they're just trying to take control of the site. But just as I say that, I eat my words. Relics and Mitch, they didn't deal with the players that were inside of A. And now it's just going to be GMD. The Rolling Thunder was used.
They may just explode into this A bomb site again. Oh, I'm not feeling very good about GenG's chances. Oh, the double updraft.
Yes, I love the double updraft play. Now ○○ is going to be cut off from his team here. A few smokes are going to go out, and ○○ does manage to creep through the doorway in the nick of time. He jumps through, but he doesn't have much of an opportunity to bail out of it. Instead, he's going to run into the bulldog there of GMD. Relic is still going to be left alive, though. Now it's down to a 1v1. In the instance, oh my word, that pesky turret. It does enough damage to hurt the armor. GMD does have the read. He can still win this one out, but Vice has been on fire. Now he's going to be down to 67 HP too. And yeah, he has no idea where he's going to be, but he still gets the kill. But still match point for Cloud9. A lot of ults online. And on top of that, ◃𝐷𝐿, they already lost one player. Scratch that, make it two. They're not going to have all this intel as Vice disengages. He has been on fire in this match.
And break some of these very fortified positions. With that said, though, GMD is able to find one, which is something, but unfortunately now they're 2 against 4. It's looking so desperate here for GenG as they try to keep the dream alive on Ascent. And there it is.
That helps.
So I'll give them some information. And they are going to try to walk up middle, it looks like.
Effie's and ◵𝐿 looking to keep their team alive in this one, but bear in mind, and Relic just got some intel too. Hunter's Fury is going to be in play. Mitch is going to be using the ●𝐿joy ult too. They're using everything to try and hold him off here. Relics gets the kill. One player left alive. It's going to be ◵𝐿. He manages to get at least one, but when it's all said and done, the spike is down. There's really nothing that he could possibly do. He also gets tagged with that detain, so really ◵𝐿 is just stuck there with his hands up. No options. That's GG. 13-5.
Cypher must live so that camera can win them the rounds with the retake info.
There we go. So they're going to push right in. ◵𝐿 is going to get cut off there. Does manage to pick up one kill inside. Gets the second one as well. That was going to be thanks to some of that intel that he was able to get with his trap wires. Mitch trying to force players back, but they know exactly where they're going to be. The camera is still going to be active too, by the way, ◃𝐷𝐿, and they did not deal with that, and they got some more information regarding where they're going to be located. The push comes in though, and there goes the short. He connects with Vice. 2 kills for Mitch as he's hanging on the back. Finally will get cut down to size. Relics inside of the corner, and that will be a retake for GenG.
Is that GenG know that, or they should know that Mitch has the ultimate as the Raze. So Raze showing presence towards the A site is causing a stack because they're anticipating, like, why would you lurk with the guy that has the ultimate that's going to entry for you?
And he's going to send a nade to continue to put more pressure. Even if he doesn't get a kill with that nade, it's going to put some fear into them that the push might be coming in with 20 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, on B site, the only thing there that's working out for them is the camera. And a fake TP too, but no one really takes that bait. Oh, there comes Mitch as he pushes onto the site solo by himself. Does manage to find one player. It's only going to be him, though. He has to worry about Mitch just trying to back away. They'll get that spike down nicely on B. They have to clean up Mitch here, and they finally, mission accomplished. They do get that task done. They needed to kill him. An interesting round 3, to say the least. Boombot has been used out. The flash is through. Vice gets the kill, and Vice gets 2 kills out of this one. He's continued to be stupendous in this series. I've loved every minute of watching Vice play. Exactly what we needed to see out of him. Now Cloud9 will be able to take B site. The only players left alive, the Sova, as well as Omen and Phoenix in the back on defender side. They don't have any options. They don't want to give up their weapons. They're just going to have to concede this. They got to make do with the composition that they have. They need to figure out a way to stop this. And you're not going to stop this if ○○s is doing exactly what he needs to do. 2 kills out of the gate there. He's also going to get some overheal too. He's right back into fighting form as 150 HP to work with. Only player left inside of there is the Omen, who's basically just going to be in an island by himself, and you know, A side is available. They can just go right into that, plant, and success.
Yeah, again, it's the same situation, losing against the initial exchange for like battling for control, and I respect that with GenG. They're trying to make sure that they maintain control, and they went to do that by using the Omen's Paranoia, having a setup to throw that Paranoia through to market and to swing with it. But again, they just are on the losing side of that exchange, and that's a wrap again. And we can see that the push is coming back towards the B site for C9. They're banking on the fact that that early pressure created that rotation.
Oh, that's problematic.
Oh, they're faking it actually.
Oh, Shinobi still gets a kill there. Mitch is going to jump right into the site, and that is just going to leave Huynh to be in the back by TP room. Player one, though, with that kill, he actually slows him down just a touch there. Player one not able to get that kill. Instead, it is going to be 𝐻𝐻𝐻 with only a few seconds remaining. The spike is down, but he's going to be in a really rough spot. Has to teleport out of that potentially. There goes that neural theft activated now as Mitch is in the back. Had to reload, and GenG managed to hold down the fake. I was just thinking about that before when he just kept going back and forth. It's pretty, you know, it's just heads up. It's not something you really get to see all the time, though. Vice now with that first kill. He's going to give them some leeway here on B, but be on the lookout for player one. Okay, so player one now with the paranoia, but GMD's anticipating the push starting to come through here. What a shot. Might actually be able to get the second one, too. The player did not commit to it because that 𝐬𝐿 was taken down. And then 𝐐𝐞𝐬 from the distance. Headshot on ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻.
And into the 2v2, 40 seconds, and it will decide to plant inside the container. Oh, Hunter's Fury, oh no, the tag. Oh, can't quite find the second follow-up. It's a bit of a delay, just to delay that plant. That would have given 𝐐𝐞𝐬 time to move around, but this cage is keeping him at arm's length for now. It will finally dissipate after 7 long seconds of 𝐐𝐞𝐬 as he creeps forwards. They don't seem to have any idea that he's here. They're focused on the spawn position, giving 𝐐𝐞𝐬 everything that he needs to get the jump on the remainder. And now they know precisely where Shinobi is. ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 will finish him, and that is a beautiful, beautiful 2v2 there from GenG.
So I would imagine that they're just going to drop back. Two players are going to be there. Huynh beaten up, 72 HP. Will be able to stay alive here and has to bounce out. Can't hold that angle any longer because the paint shells force him out of that position. Look for relics though, and then Huynh, he gets right back into ℂ𝐿, but now they have an opportunity to push up, and then Mitch will get the kill out of that one. While he's flying in though, GMD's in the back. They know exactly where player one's going to be located. GMD, oh boy, goes into the site, even with the knowledge that player one was still there. GMD, with the run it back, secures himself 1 kill. That's going to be ultimate value from that ultimate ability. Now they know that with all that activity, everything focused on on B site, they can go over toward A. They saw that the Omen was there. They saw that the Phoenix was there. The only question mark for them was the Sova. Now that they have this spike down, they simply just need to play around for one another. But this first kill, this is going to be very important here for C9 if they manage to pick this one up. And the fact that it's ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 and Relic still alive is problematic for GenG.
Yeah, you have to get, Rex has to get that kill, that first kill here. He's actually committed in a very committed position, gets that first kill, and now he can fall back, and he's got that U-Haul presence, and they're going to have to just charge in 1v1 in these choke points, and you can see how powerful it is. Relics will finish it off. Great team play, played it perfectly, knew exactly what he had to do. It's a two-man setup, though. They are going to be in a lot of trouble here, Golden Boy.
Yeah. Well, GMD's down, and now they know exactly where Huynh is. Player one in the back of the cubby. They're going for B now. They've got all the information that they possibly could have, and it's up to 𝐐𝐞𝐬 as well as ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻. ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 dies quickly, though. ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 is still alive as he went right... Oh, man. That is another instance of that Reyna just being so critical for them because he had to wait for him to get out of that state, that intangible state, so that he can shoot him in the face. But instead, it's going to be ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 who benefits from that one. Now it's just Huynh all alone at A site. Spike is down. That's it. The round is done. C9.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if that is going to be the case in this round. Another bathrooms engagement to start things off. Raze has been spotted with that boombot multiple times, killing that 𝐬𝐿 as they push forwards. ℎ𝐻𝐻𝐻 stands his ground for a triple, and that's going to lock it down. 2 versus 4 now for Cloud9. It's going to be hard to recover out of this one, but they have plenty of time to do so. Yeah, fake TP, they're worried. They're slow clearing you right now because they thought that it's either towards APC or towards you. And Huynh with a better angle against Vice. That's really unfortunate. ℂ𝕃𝐻 has a lot to do here. They've reclaimed you. There goes the paranoia towards that U position.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And that is RIP there for ℂ𝕃𝐻.
He'll have 3 ults to mess around with C9. Huynh in a familiar spot as he will once again encounter Shinobi. And he's going to back this thing off here. There goes the showstopper. Does he get what he needs out of this? The fuse is ticking down, but he doesn't get the kill. It is going to force him back. Huynh is still going to be holding on to this angle, 60 HP. They have no choice here but to try and poke this one out. Vice does just that. Oh my god! Vice, what a shot out of him! He was flash. He was basically done, but he still manages to stay alive. Is it going to be enough, though, as ℂ𝕃𝐻 is inside of the site right now? He does have Spike. Locates a player in front of him, but he cannot land the shots, leaving only one player left alive, and it's Vice. He has been a hero in this game for Cloud9, but with an op, you're paranoid. You got 30 seconds remaining. They know exactly where you're going to be. Your options are slim to none. It was a good effort, and what a shot from Vice that was, but a credit has to go to Huynh for holding on to that position on B-Long and never really allowing them to freely take that.
Oh, not bad. And he's picked up a Phantom. He's going to keep this one alive. 10 seconds to go for the plant here. He may have to commit for it. Oh, he's coming off a bit. Oh, maybe there's a chance. You just think that maybe there could be a chance. But defining on piss rounds, but we won't see those. Oh, the nade here. Where are they going to go? That's going to be meaty. Oh, the damage is huge from Mitch. He finds himself 2 kills off of that, and that's going to refresh the paint bombs.
No.
Oh my god,
No.
he's going to do him in as well with that classic close range, and he's created so much time, so much damage. Mitch has just done everything.
Mitch on Raze. Did not think that was something I needed in my life, but I'm glad I got it. I ain't complaining. GMD in the corner now will have to deal with this Omen, but he was tagged up, so ℂ𝕃𝐻 will make quick work out of him, thus leaving Effie's alone. 27 seconds. Spike still not down yet, though, but 2 HP. What a shock dart that was. Shinobi just simply needed to shoot him in the foot, and that was enough. Should be able to get him 1 kill with the angle that he's playing if they decide to push this. GMD's baiting this, but ℂ𝕃𝐻 does manage to pick up the kill as he was on that further angle back. So once he died, they sent it right into the TP, but they're going to be going into that grenade that has not been used yet. I would imagine there's no world, and that's the nade, so it forced them back. They know exactly where they're going to be. More stall coming in here. You don't want to try and get on top of that satchel. It still does a decent amount of damage. Mitch, he's going to cave all the way back here, give up a little bit of space, but it is going to be good enough for him to just go right back onto the site now. And Mitch, final kill, GenG.
If not for that flank, could very well have happened.
Ooh.
And Mitch is
no respect.
He's stepping up on this second half. That is to be sure.
And they have just a lot to work with. Even with the Phoenix, we haven't really seen that be a defining factor for GenG, whereas the presence of the Raze and Reyna combo has been felt pretty much instantly. Some players are going to be inside of this hookah.
So GenG are running into some problems. I'm going to describe them after this round is done here. We'll have to see if they can shoot their way out of this situation. Looks like 𝐬𝐿 will be able to do just that. Taking down 10s from B-Long. Reclaiming B-Long is extremely important, but it looks like the damage is still being exchanged here between these two sides. And so 2 versus 2 on this B side. Vice has made his way across. Still has a cage to work with as well if he wants to, but he's going to catch 𝐬𝐿 making his push forwards. And now it's all up to player 1, and it's not looking all that good in this position. He's going to try to make a dash for it.
They still have Cypher left alive, and I think they will get some vision. Yeah, there it is. The cyber cage is out, so good try there. Also, the rocket play too. Oh man, that hurts. That hurts. And
yeah, there's a lot of time that's been wasted here. I like how this is being played right now. Beautiful peak. Cloud9 are playing this so perfectly at this point. And although that one player on B-Long is sending 2 players out of the A site to rotate, so actually maybe after all C9 are misreading the situation. Mitch has been discovered. He's in so much trouble with this operator. Can't do a single thing when at least is traded. And that's actually not a bad result. They still have time to retake this and have position.
yeah. Oh, a few more shots from Vice actually is going to be good for putting that Sova down to critical HP. ℂ𝕃𝐻 is looking to take as much space as possible, but unfortunately for him, as he jumped on top of the bench, he'll end up dying there, leaving now 10s in this 2v3 alongside with Vice. Both players who have been on fire so far. Vice does have a read that one player, at least one, is going to be inside of lamps. It's actually going to be 2 players that he knows he has to handle, as he saw that second one poke out. It's just going to be 10s left alive here. Can 10s do it? 𝐬𝐡𝐢𝐳1 is going to go right back for the bait again. Gets one kill. Does he get the second one? He knows he's going to be on top of the molly here. And he gets the kill. ●𝑧 is going to bring this one at 12. He has time. I believe it's going to be very, very close. But he is good to go. Match point. Because now they have no idea, which they will need this drone to give him some intel. There goes a TP in the back now. Looking... okay, that was a... Oh, he faked the TP. He faked the TP. Oh, I like that play. And look at all the cones, right? They're moving around. They have no idea now. That was a really smart play. I know it's just a TP fake, but that could actually be enough here to give them something to work with. Shinobi is going to go right inside. Does manage to get one kill against Huynh. Looking for the second as well. Shinobi still going to be left standing here. Now it's going to be ●𝑗⁉ turn to join into the action. 2 players left, and that is going to do it just like that.